Hey, it's Earthcastle. As we all probably know, the Source engine is quite old. For the time it was made, it was quite a high standard, but in today's world it's extremely outdated. Nowadays we have full ray tracing, much higher quality models and textures, and much more. One thing which might seem quite modern is real-time reflections. Typically reflective or shiny surfaces in the Source engine are done using cube maps, but they're baked into the BSP, which means they can't be real-time. However, there is actually a way to have real-time reflections on a texture and even have the reflections warp or blur according to the material. Today I'll teach you how to make real-time reflective textures in the Hammer editor. Before we start, there are some things to note with this method. Real-time reflections are too good to be true, right? Well, you'd be right. It has a lot of catches and limitations. This method of reflecting works the same way as mirrors do. If you're familiar with how mirrors work in the Source engine, you'll know that their reflections can often be buggy when in proximity to other mirrors. They also need to be completely no-draw except for one face, and they need to be a Func reflective glass entity. All of these rules apply to the real-time reflection textures too. Functionally, they are mirrors. And so, like mirrors, you should only use these sparingly. Now onto how to make them. For this tutorial, you will need VTF-Edit. I'll put the link in the description. To start, find your image which you want to turn into a texture. I'd recommend using a material which would be reflective in real life, such as tiles or metal. To make your reflections more realistic, I'd recommend creating a normal map texture for them. To do this, go to this website and generate a normal map of your texture. These are the settings I typically use for my reflective normal maps. Next, open VTF-Edit and import your image. After that, click on Save As and save the texture with whatever name you want in your materials folder. Then go back and create a VMT file with the same name in the same folder. Now for the normal map, import your normal map texture and save it as a VTF to your materials folder with the name of your original texture followed by _normal. Now we have all the files we need. However, we still need to edit some files to get the reflections working. In VTF-Edit, click Open and open the VMT file for your texture. Delete all of this and replace it with this code. I'll copy paste it in the description for you to paste. Replace the example names with the name of your texture, set the surface prop line to whatever the material of your texture is, for example glass, tile or metal, and congratulations, you have now made a reflective texture. To use this texture in-game, make a brush and while selecting it, press Ctrl and T to turn it into an entity. Change it from a Func detail to a Func reflective glass. Make sure all faces are no-draw except the one face with the reflective texture on it. Here's how it should look in-game. Now comes the fun part, tweaking with the texture. For this part, I will explain what all of the important VMT lines mean and how to change them. The reflectamount line changes the intensity of the warp of the reflection caused by the normal map. 0 is no warp, like a clear reflection, and 1 is full warp. The reflecttint line changes the color tint of the reflection. These three numbers represent red, green, and blue. The closer they are to a value of 1, the brighter their color is. If one color is brighter than the others, it will stand out more. If all colors are the same value, it will have no color. The brighter all colors are, the brighter the reflection. I'm not sure what the fresnelpower line does, but on the VDC it says it controls Fresnel effects on reflections. When tweaking with its value, I noticed no difference. The min and max reflectivity lines, as you'd expect, change the minimum and maximum reflectivity on the texture. Minimum reflectivity doesn't matter as much as maximum reflectivity, as just changing the max reflectivity will change the reflectivity of your material. I'm not sure what the bumpframe line does either, but on the VDC it says it's the frame to start the animated dud VMap and bump map on, respectively. The normal map line is what warps the reflection according to the normal map texture. For example, here are some other normal maps I've made for reflective textures. And finally, the env-map mask line. Put the name of your mask map texture after the env-map mask text, the same way you did for the normal map. Whoever named these did not read them. Say that 5 times fast. Mask map texture ENV map mask text. As you can see in this example, when the cone is on the white tiles, it has reflections, but on the blue tiles, it doesn't. And that's how you make real-time reflective textures in the Hammer editor. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed. You can check out my Discord server if you need any help with mapping, want to talk to other mappers, or want to talk to me directly. You can also join my Patreon for more exclusive maps, teasers, updates, and more. And that's all for now. See you!
Subscribe to King. King is Earth Castle. Earth Castle subscribed. Subscribe to King. King is Castle. Castle to subscribed. Thank you for watching that Earth Castle video. Alright, that was beautiful.